Hello friends! I have a bar workout for you today. Well, it is bar inspired and I am super excited about it. You'll need some sort of support like a chair, a couple of weights or sets of weights are optional. I have a 5-pound set and a 3-pound set. We'll begin with our support. Bring your feet to first position, feet together, and then point the toes out. Heels touch. Bend at the knees, come back up, plie, plie. 2 counts down, 1 count up. We're just starting to work our muscles. Hopefully you got a little warm up before, but this is also a great warm up if you didn't. So we'll start slow and then move to 1 count up and down. Plie, plie, plie. And that's it for the first exercise. Next up, releve, lift the heels. Rise, 2 counts up, 1 count down. Core is super strong. As you rise up, squeeze the legs, squeeze the calves, quads. The tailbone gently descends down. Front ribs plug it into the spinal column. Shoulders press down, crown lifts up. Going a little faster, 1 count up and down. Whew. Right, off to a good start. Point your right toes out in front of you. Lift the toes off the mat. And plie. 1 leg plie. 2 counts down, 1 count up. Set the gaze on one spot. So you're not leaning on your chair at all. You're just using it for a little support. Right toes stay pointed and the leg is firm. Left hand can be on left hip or out to the side if you need it for balance. Chest stays lifted. All right, starting to get pretty fiery in here. Kick your right leg to the back. Lean your body forward, little bend in the standing leg. Now pulse the right knee up. You will feel this in the right glute med. You're going to feel this in your standing leg butt. Keep the heart open, roll the shoulders back, and focus on the butt. The glutes are working hard here. The left quad is working hard, the hamstring is working hard. Now we're going to bring that leg out in front and just lift. Think about lifting the heel here, feeling this along the inside of the right thigh. Lift, lift, lift. Use lots of control. Lift the leg with the core instead of just flinging it out. That's it. We're going to take all of this on the other side now. Bring your feet to first, toes point out, and then bring your left leg in front. Lift the toes, bend the knee, plie. 2 counts down, 1 count up for the first half, and then moving to 1 count down, 1 count up. There's an external rotation in the left thigh and the lifted leg. Beautiful. Shift your torso forward, squaring your shoulders to your support. Oh, not yet. Lift the right heel. Releve. Lift with your left leg lifted high. The right heel pulses off the mat, starting with 2 counts and moving to 1 count, about halfway through. Okay, now we will shift forward. Send the left leg back behind you, knee is bent, sort of on the diagonal there, and lift, pulsing the left knee up. Right knee can have a little bend here for stability. Really squeeze the left outer glute on this one. Not much of a range of motion here, just keep pulsing. Left leg comes out in front, left shin is on the diagonal, left toes point, and pulse. Lift the left foot up, very articulated. So we're going to be very mindful with our movements here. Squeezing the inner left thigh, lifting the foot. These seem easy now, but you just wait until you try to get out of bed tomorrow morning. You're going to feel it. We don't use these sets of muscles often, so just trust me on this one. Grab your weights. I'm going for my 3 pounds. Elbows in, arms out. First position in the feet, bend the knees. Curl at the top, bend the knees, curl. Plie. When you rise up, curl, bicep curl. Keep the knees pointing out. Shoulders over hips. You're going to want to lean forward here. Keep the belly in, core stays really strong. End of the first round. Well done. Get your dance on, wiggle it out, ditch your support, keep the weights. Take the feet wide, toes point out, goddess squat. Bend the knees, elbows in, stand up, and bring the weights together in front of you. Squat down, stand up, and draw the weights into center. Knees aligned with the toes. Outer thighs working here to open the hips. As you take the weights out, the shoulder blades squeeze in together super tight. I think this is where I start smiling in the workout. You can tell it's really burning for me when I start smiling. And you can try it out too, it really helps. We're coming back into our goddess squat. Lift the right heel, left heel. Drop right heel, drop left. And then start with the left heel this time. Lift left, lift right, drop left, drop right. Holding the weights out to the side, keeping the shoulder blades squeezing tight the whole time. You guys see that big smile on my face. I'm pretty much dying here. So if you are too, you are not alone. Feel the burn, shake it out, whoop, whoop. All right, squatting down again. Arms out wide. This time, both heels lift. Punch out, punch your weights out to the front as you lift the heels. Bring your feet in, toes point to 12, lateral squats. So we're doing a side lunge here. Right knee, left knee, weights are out in front. I like to bring the weights together, elbows as close together as possible. Lifting them up, it just helps me keep my heart open and my spine long. Both feet stay grounded the whole time. Knees track out with the toes. Hop your feet together. Arms out and pulse up. Keep the weights in line with the shoulders or higher the whole time. If you want a little extra fire, come up onto the balls of your feet as you pulse the weights up, lifting the heels as you lift the weights. Hop your feet out again. Another goddess. Elbows in. Squeeze your weights. Bend the knees and lift the weights up. So we're doing just a little squat and rise here. A goddess squat and press, shoulder press. You can use your heavier weights for this too if you like. Starting to move a little quicker if that feels right for you today. Whew. All right. Stay in your goddess. We're going to punch next. Alternating punches. Staying pretty low in your goddess. You can come up just a little bit so you can drive the force through your punch. Gentle twisting action here, just a little twist. And use the energy from your legs and core to punch. Beautiful. Whew. Okay. Bring your feet together. Squat down, plant your hands, Malasana. Squat and lift the hips. So Malasana to straighten and fold. Core stays strong. Push through the heels. You don't have to come all the way down. Be careful of the knees. Grab your weights again and rise up. I'm going to actually switch to my heavier weights for this one. Squat down, left knee down, left foot up, right foot up. Right knee down, right foot up, left foot up. So coming down into these little squat drops, squat kneels rather. Keeping the weights out in front of you. Squeezing all of the arms and the core, squeezing the shoulders onto the back. All right. Feet are wide again, toes out, goddess. Weights are in front, lift the heels and hold. Static holds here. Whew. If you want a little more, take the weights out to the sides. Sink a little deeper. Bring that smile, bring that breath. Almost about 2/3 of the way through the workout. Ha! That's it. We are 2/3 of the way through the workout. Bring your feet together, shake it out, dance it out. Grab your small weights and make your way onto the mat. Come onto your belly. Using my 3-pounders for this. Cactus the arms up. Forehead to the mat. We're going to do little lifts, chest lifts here. Back lifts. So you're lifting the arms, head, and chest off the floor using the strength of your back body. Tops of the feet press into the mat. If your low back is aggravating you here, you can separate the feet a little wider. And you can bring the hands a little closer together if you're having trouble staying integrated in the upper body, creating a diamond shape in the arms. We're going to come over onto our left side, right side, bend the knees, and lift the left knee. The weight goes on the left thigh, toes point and together. And we're just opening the left thigh like a book. If you want a little more, you can lie down, bringing your right ear to rest on your right bicep. Straighten the legs, come up onto your right forearm, ditch the weight, extend the right toes out and pulse up. Toes are pointed. Left hand can come in front of you for balance. Use the core to lift. Bring the feet together. Lift up into a forearm side plank. Left arm extends up on the inhale. On the exhale, it curls as you reach to the underside of your right oblique. Reaching up, inhale, pulling through, exhale. Moving on to the other side, grab your weight. Come onto your left side this time, bend the knees, toes together, weight on the right thigh, lift it up. You can be on the forearm, or if you want a little more, you can extend the arm and lie on the left bicep. Release the weight of your dumbbell onto the thigh. You're just holding it for stability, for a little bit of balance, so it stays on your leg. All right, next up, coming onto the left forearm, extend the legs out, bring the the left leg in front of you, point the toes, and pulse the inner ankle up. Never letting the leg rest on the floor. Next up, I forgot this one on the other side, so I edited it in from the other side, the first side. Come on to your forearm side plank, lift the right arm up, you're on the left side this time. Inhale to extend, exhale to curl the right arm underneath the left oblique. Keep the hips square. Okay. Almost done here. Coming into a tabletop, bring your weight into the back of the right knee and pulse up. So little donkey kicks here, weighted donkey kicks. Option to do this without the weights too. Switch sides, switch the weight if you had it, going behind the back of the left knee, flex the foot to squeeze it in place and pulse. Lift the heel, head in line with shoulders. Keep the knee as high as you can here. I know it's hard, it feels like you're gonna lose the weight. But if If you do, you can just put it back. Whew, glad that's over. Finishing up in a forearm plank. Coming into yours, squeeze the belly in, squeeze the legs in. Keep everything in one line from the heels to the hips to the shoulders to the crown. And just let yourself be still. Squeeze the arm bones together. Push your middle back up. Gaze between your hands. Extra points if you want to stay here. I'm going to hold through the break. Woohoo. All right, come back up if you dropped it down. My challenge here is always being still. Planks are really hard for me for that reason, because there's nothing to hide. There's nowhere to hide. There's nothing to hide the discomfort or the pain you're feeling here, or the sweat that's dripping off your nose. It all just is, and you have to be with it. And that builds lots of strength and lots of endurance. Come on down. We'll make our way into some stretching. Cool down. Come into child's pose. Sit your hips back towards your heels. Rest your forehead on the mat between your arms. Relax. Deeply breathing into the back of your heart. And coming up just enough to thread the right arm underneath the throat. Forehead stays on the mat here. Feel the stretch. And the right tricep and the back of the right shoulder even. And come up and switch sides. Bring the right hand back to place. Thread the left arm under the throat. Center, puppy pose. Bring your forehead to the mat, hips above the knees. Lengthening the spine. If that feels good, you can bring the chin to the mat, gazing out ahead to your fingers. Forward into Sphinx pose, coming onto the forearms, belly down. Deep, even breaths. Lengthening the spine, pull the shoulders down the back. And then bend the left leg. Reach for the left foot, the top of the left foot with the left hand. Stay here or push the top of the foot down. Bending the elbows, swiveling your left fingers in the same line as the toes. Half Vikasana, half frog. Beautiful quad opener. Or a horrific quad opener, depending on where your body is today. Switching sides, release the left foot, bend the right knee, grab the right foot. Option to draw the heel a little closer to the outer right glute. Release. Tuck your toes. Coming into dolphin, lift the hips, walk the feet close. Opening the shoulders, opening the chest, opening the hamstrings. Option to bend the knees a little here if you need. Drop the knees down. Walk your hands back to your heels. Cross your ankles, send your legs out in front. Bend the knees and fold forward. Starting really sweet And then extending the legs out, depending on how your low back and hamstrings feel. If you like, and if it feels good, if your body is giving you the green light, you can extend the legs all the way. Maybe even finding somewhere to rest your sweet head. Inhale, walk yourself up. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh, bend your right knee. Seated pigeon, option to stay here. Option to walk yourself in a little closer. You might even wrap your arms around the left shin, cradling it like a little baby. Extend the right leg out and swivel from side to side, rocking back and forth. Bend the knee, right knee. Release the left foot and switch sides. Cross right ankle over left knee. Keep the right foot flexed here. Stay upright here. Or begin to walk yourself in, wrapping your arms around the right shin and foot. Maybe extending the left leg out and rocking back and forth. Release. Take a deep breath in. Bring the feet together, soles of the feet touch. Breathe out, fold down if that is okay for your body today. You can let the back round, relax the head and neck. Inhale, lift the head, walk yourself up. Reverse tabletop, last one. Lift the hips. If it's okay on the neck, drop the head back. Release. Bring your hips down to the mat, cross your ankles. Give yourself a round of applause or a little dance here, a little shimmy. Well done. Thank you so much for practicing with me. You did great. It's a pleasure to move through this with you today. Let me know what you think in the comments.